in the net. Thankfully, not a lot of damage to the race car. They continued their weekend of competition after the work got done. Now we go to Pro Stock. Anderson, Glenn, Kramer, and Coughlin on the track now. His Quadra, Enders, Stanfield, and Tucker. Eric Anders in that first lane. Jerry Don Tucker 2. Christian Quadra 3. And Aaron Stanfield lane 4. David Quadra, who was eliminated in round 1, is the only Quadra boy that has a national event win. He got his in Top Sportsman. Getting one in Pro Stock this week would be huge for the family. Red lane start for Tucker. He's out. Enders was 60. Quadra was 40.
That might be enough.
33 for Stanfield. Yes, it is Christian and Stanfield. A whole shot advancement for Stanfield. Christian Quadra goes 6:55.7 to 2:09. And it is a whole shot win and a whole shot advancement.
It's a dual whole shot. And now how that goes down is both drivers, they didn't whole shot one another. However, both of them ran slower than Erica, and they both outperformed her on the track. It was the reaction time from Aaron Stanfield, from Christian, that allowed them a couple of 300ths of a second. And there was really no looking back. Erica in that other lane, it's hard for a driver to see over that barrier. But she's off to the races. She knows in the lane next to her that Jerry Tucker had a foul start, but there's a difference at the finish line.
3 basically abreast. Obviously, Tucker had his problems at the start of the run, but that is absolutely tight down there. And so it will be Christian Quadra trying to finish off a win for his family here this weekend. So half the finals established, and the second half is coming from this grouping. Greg Anderson, lane 1, Troy Coughlin, lane 2. Dallas Glenn, lane 3, and Derek Kramer, lane 4. The Pep Boys drone giving us a good look at the fact.
Because he is coming into this race. I mean, he's really the heavy favorite. I mean, Dallas Glenn is the closest in terms of competition on the racetrack, separated by 100th of a second. But you really look over at Troy Coughlin Jr. He has the most performance to make up. Derek Kramer need only be solid, be competitive, see if he can get a jump, at least a jump on 2 of these drivers. That will really put him in the thick of things.
Coughlin's crewman is looking in the path.
After Greg Anderson, you don't want to lay up too much. You don't want to open the door and allow Troy Jr., some of the younger drivers, as well as Dallas Glenn, in that number 2 and 3 lane to get a jump on you.
Greg was 11 on the starting line. What has come over this guy? He is absolutely vicious on the line this year. 6:55.2 and 2:09 for Dallas Glenn, who whole-shotted Derek Kramer out of town. But Greg Anderson just laid it down on top of everybody out there.
Look, that's some Chick-fil-A sauce right there. This is what Greg Anderson has been doing all year. Now, he got caught about a week ago. He just, it's hard to maintain that level of intensity as a driver. They know what they have to do. He knows the threats in the other lane. But Greg Anderson, since the start of the year, starting in Gainesville when he got beat by Erica in the semifinals, the next race in the semifinals, the one thing that he is doing right, what he has improved, is his reaction times on the starting line, and now he has a competitive car to go along with it.
So there's, you can see Dallas Glenn just a nose ahead of Derek Kramer, the Get Biofuel Chevrolet. And the final round is a stack of talent. Anderson, Glenn, Quadra, and Stanfield, the 1, 9, 2, and 3 qualifiers. Bruno Massels with the woman who came within a breath of making another 4-wide final, Erica Enders.
For Eric Enders, the silver lining is the fact that 2 of our elite motorsports teammates, they're advancing in the final. Today just wasn't your day. Everyone missed it every once in a while. Erica, what happened up there?
Just got a little bit behind Bruno, and I struggled, honestly, to get my car to roll into stage, and I was the last one to go in up there and just kind of wrecked my head game. But it is what it is, right? Sometimes your best just isn't good enough, and today was not the day for us. But I'm really proud for Christian Quadra to be able to go to the final round for his family this weekend, and then, of course, Aaron Stanfield on our side as well. So 2 elite cars versus 2 of the other guys, and we hope we end up victorious. But either way, great day of drag racing.
The Hatfields and McCoys at 210 miles an hour. It doesn't get any better than that. This is Angie Smith, the Denso bike, the onboard camera here looking on. Of course, the Denso onboard camera on that Denso motorcycle for Smith. She will have very stout competition if they're in. A red light start for Hector Arana Jr. And Matt Smith has his car to lane 4. So we go down. It is going to be Richard Gadsden moving on with Ellie Togla. Gadsden 6:78.4, a whole shot victory over Tonglin, who does advance to the 677.8.
Yeah, you look at Ellie Tonglin's reaction time in the first round, a 007, a little too close to fouling out. It looks like he laid up a little bit, and laying up a little and having an 033 isn't bad. Fortunately for him, Matt Smith had problems in the other lane. He was the quickest off the starting line. When you combine his